National Football League. And up next is one of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey. He's entering rarefied air with every interception, now up to 12 this season. It's the Falcons and the Panthers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First play, Bridgewater looking to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 5 catches, 52 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First down, Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Bridgewater.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Bridgewater again. Eluding the press. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20. But you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet. But right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And complete to Drake London. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, going to be shy about throwing that football. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself as we just saw there.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one... Could be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Got London on a slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Waddle, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we have reached halftime now with a visit. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. Johnson running left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They try the left side with Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff left for Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Powering forward. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Let's go now. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Now Bridgewater. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, Bridgewater. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Gets past 1 man. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And we're back now in Charlotte.
Okay, ready?
It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. On third down, Johnson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's London. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Johnson off tackle right. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Again, it's Johnson. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run it with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 181 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Bridgewater to throw it. That one complete to Anderson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man London right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Come on. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Back to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby fly through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give it a spin with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stats to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Somebody to hold me. Some done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my things, but they not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. but I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Packers and the Falcons on Monday Night Prime Time.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple years. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Out to his left. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Waddle, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Falcons at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they are up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. They go to Johnson again. And some room to work. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go now.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a loose football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! Jordan Akins. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Taking it in for 7 yards away. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And caught by London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Now Rodgers, a final shot before break. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Elijah Mitchell, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go, man. They can't beat us.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Ready?
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Let's be smart. Let's play hard. They can't stop. Ready?
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll... The 20 after a gain of just 1. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're going to try and throw. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
69 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
A first down carry here for Johnson.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Ready, break!
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Johnson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think is safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On second down, it's Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, you give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Out of the gun now on third down. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Into the hands of London. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He will push his way down to about the 14. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Johnson again on second down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, give me pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They took the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, let the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt the bread.